Welcome to the Pickle Barrel Fantasy Football Podcast. This is Andy, and I'm doing your ultimate sleepers. That's right, the guys that you're going to get later than anybody should ever get them, just because the average draft pick is going way later than they should go. So the way that I define my sleepers generally is that they're going at least 2 to 3 rounds later than they actually should be. One little note I want to say is just how big of a fail the Hall of Fame game was. So I sit down, not all that excited because it is a preseason game, but very ready to watch some football, at least see Aaron Rodgers and Andrew Luck throw at least one series of passes. But no. But absolutely not. You know why? Because some fucking idiot who's in charge of the paint couldn't figure out which paint to use. And apparently it coagulated into this hard scab-like encrusted mixture that was just completely unplayable. Go fucking kill yourself. And while you're at it, Roger Goodell, I'm talking to you too. You go fucking kill yourself. People get this right on high school playing fields every single day. I don't understand it. Anyway, my first deep sleeper, or not quite so deep on him, but a great sleeper nonetheless, is Danny Woodhead. Now, some of you might be thinking, I've seen him go in the 6th round, but because he's going the 6th round, and this is especially true for half PPR and PPR formats, that's way too late for him. He's currently rated as the running back 19 on Fantasy Football Pros. I've got him as my running back 12, and I think he should go more in the 4th round. Last year ran for 336 yards, added 3 touchdowns on the ground, 80 catches, and led the league in receiving for running backs with 6 touchdowns and 755 yards. I mean, I hesitate to call him a sleeper again because he's going so early, but when that guy leads the league in receiving yards for a running back, it's something you have to take notice of. Again, I think just because where he is going, I think he's a sleeper. But we're going to go deeper now.
Deeper and deeper. Way down. You can.
And that's right. Next guy we got on the board is Julius Thomas, going at number 98. Currently tight end 10, will be a red zone beast, let me guarantee it. I actually watched the Jacksonville Jaguars today. They came on Thursday after the first preseason games. They were looking really, really sharp. Julius Thomas had a red zone target, dropped it, probably should have caught the ball, but he didn't. That being said, though, it's a good, promising sign for the rest of the year. Right now, he's going behind Delaney Walker, Zach Ertz, Gary Barnidge, Kobe Fleenor. And I understand it because last year, because of injury, he did kind of suck. But second year in the offense, you should see an uptick for him. So we're going to go deeper and deeper now. Deeper and deeper for Jameis Winston. He's the only quarterback I got on my sleeper list. If you've just seen him in this offseason so far, the dude looks so thin, so sharp. Just watching some camp footage of him, he definitely passes the eye test. Last year, he passed for 4,000 plus yards, one of only a few rookies to do that in the history of the NFL. And let me tell you the other names that went with him in that. That'd be Peyton Manning and Cam Newton. So very good company to be in. I expect his touchdowns, at least his passing touchdowns, to see a big uptick. Remember last year he had 6 rushing touchdowns to add to that as well. So he ended up being the quarterback 15 last year. I definitely expect him. Right now he's my quarterback 12. I expect him to maybe even get into the top 7. Anyway, I'm excited about him. He is a sleeper, but we're going to go deeper now.
Deeper and deeper. Way down.
And my next guy to talk about is Mohamed Sanu. Mohamed Sanu is currently the wide receiver 2 for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm pretty excited about him as well. If you remember back in 2012, 2013, Roddy White was the number 2 to Julio Jones. Did great work for you. Even Harry Douglas, when he would take over the number 2 role, he did work for you. Last year was kind of an anomaly because there just was not anybody on the Atlanta Falcons that could really play other than Julio Jones. But I expect Mohamed Sanu to do pretty well. Last year he didn't do so great behind A.J. Green. A.J. Green was healthy most of the year. But you remember when A.J. Green was out, he became an incredible fantasy player. Now, just think about this. Julio Jones typically is injury prone. If you're a Julio Jones owner, if I were you, I would take Mohamed Sanu, certainly with the late round flyer. He's currently going with the 137th average draft position. That's your 14th round in standard 10-man leagues. 12th round in standard 10-man leagues. Take him. Why not? I mean, who else are you going to take right there? Now we're going to go even deeper and deeper to Josh Doxson, currently average draft position of 156. He is the rookie out of Texas Christian University. He has all the measurables, 6'4", 206. This guy, he's an excellent route runner. He's excellent in the mental game, and from what everybody's been saying, just has all the tools that makes him an incredible player. So if I were you, and you're looking really deep, especially if you're in a dynasty league, Take a look at this guy. Maybe just pick him up, stash him, see how he does. He's on the Washington Redskins, currently with about like 3, 4, 29, 30-year-old wide receivers who are starting to get up there in age. And this guy could be the guy who takes over that role going forward from here on out. So that is my 5 sleepers to take a look at this fantasy year. So thanks for joining me, guys. I'm Andy Bastone, and I'm signing out.